Hey, back here today, guys. Thought I'd give you a little walk around of my CanAm Maverick Sport XXC 2021. I got it back in June, and yeah, so I've had it now a little over 3 months, and yeah, so I thought I'd give you a little walk around on everything that I've put on it, how it's working. So yeah, I'll turn the camera around here. There she be. Just finally got the rock sliders there, the bars on the bottom. They just finally come in, a week ago, I guess. Finally got them. They were on order since I bought it from the dealer in Quebec. I purchased this at a dealer called Emporium in Rouyn-Noranda, Quebec. See, now I couldn't find any here in Ontario. Found this one on Facebook Marketplaces of all places, and yeah, the guy said he'd had it sitting on a showroom floor for a month. Imagine that in these times. But so right at the bat, we put I put the A-arm guards, same ones that are on the RC model. I put those on the front and the rear, as well as this here skid plate on the front there. There is a steel one underneath it, but I put the plastic one on over top. And I come around to the back here. There's the rear guards. I know I've seen some comments on different groups and whatnot on Facebook and stuff, and said they were junk and they crack and whatnot. I don't know what they're driving them over, but we run some pretty rocky terrain here in Ontario, and I've never cracked them yet. And I got 1,400 kilometers, or almost 1,500 kilometers actually. Hold on here, I'll tell you right now what we have on her here. This focus is in or not. Change my settings here. Here we are. I don't know if you can see it or not there. 1,574.9 kilometers. So you have to do the math or Google it, what that is in miles for the American viewers there. But yeah, done quite a few miles on her anyways. Like I say, I've never cracked it, and I've hit bottom a couple times on the very center one, like underneath the whole machine, but I don't think I've ever really hit the A-arm guards. There's lots of ground clearance on it. I think, what's the book say, 14 inches or 14 point some inches of travel, or of ground clearance I should say. So lots of ground clearance on it. I love that. But we put this Husky box instead of, I didn't go for the CanAm box. Didn't feel like spending that much money on it, so got that for, I think it was $118 at Home Depot here for that box. Fast and easy. It just went on YouTube, and there's videos on there, other guys putting them in to mount them, so that was easy enough to do. And show you inside over here. Not real organized, but yeah, I got a toolbox in there with some of my tools in it, and spare belt. I got a socket set over here that I carry with me, some jackets. Got an air compressor in the toolbox there too, toe straps, little saw, and we got room for a cooler there for lunch and whatnot when we go for our rides. Now, what else did we put on? We put on got the wheel flares right off the bat. Put them on before we even rode it as well. They work really well. I went for the Lone Star roof. Lone Star Racing roof here. Love it. Love it. Love the look of it. I didn't like how the plastic CanAm Sport roof, whatever they call it, how it stops about here. I didn't like that. I like that one there, and I don't plan on putting a windshield on it. I like the cool air and whatnot, so I opted for the Lone Star one. We put a CanAm winch on it as well. It didn't come with one. And then I bought the mirrors here off of Amazon. They're Kemimoto mirrors. They were cheap, like way cheaper than the CanAm ones, I know that. And they work really well. They fold in, whatnot. Never had an issue with them. Had them right from the get-go as well. So they work really good. I think they were only like 50 or 60 bucks off Amazon. So, and then we put these here door bags in as well. Nice storage. We got our rain pants in there. Some on that side as well. And then I went for the center bag here too. Works good. Nice and high. I keep copy the ownership in there, insurance slip, put our wallet in there, and we go for a ride in case your ass gets wet. Whatnot. Nice little storage pocket there that I can keep my cell phone up there, my gloves. This here side, first aid kit. Lots of other stuff in there. I took the phone mount off of my Grizzly, put it on there for my GPS and that, so it works good for that. I even put a, if you can see it there, I put another USB charger in there for charging my GoPros, my batteries when I'm riding, my extra batteries and whatnot. So yeah, I think that's about the accessories we put on it since we got it. Like I say, these bars just come in. They're heavy and all that. And if anybody ever gets them, don't follow the CanAm instructions. I'm putting them on because it'll take you half a day probably. I actually, again, there's a YouTube video of a guy installing them. And yeah, like a half an hour for each side, quick and easy. No hassle or nothing. So it went on really quick. So yeah, just go on YouTube and punch in rock sliders for CanAm Maverick, and there'll be a video that pops up for them. So that worked well. But yeah, the bumper, it comes with it stock on the back here. That works good. Oh, we got a fire extinguisher in there too. I just gotta get a mount for it now, so I can mount it here on the cage. But I got a fire extinguisher because we rode a few weeks back and come to a stop, and I looked over my shoulder and I could see smoke coming out by right up in here. And what the hell? I jumped out and I started pulling the seats out, thinking it was electrical or something to disconnect the battery, but no, it wasn't. And the only thing we can think of, because I couldn't find nothing and we've been out several times since, is there must have been a leaf or something. I'm thinking maybe on this shield up in there underneath the box, there's a heat shield. And I'm wondering if a leaf or some grass or something got up in there from when I washed the box out here. And it got a little hot and started smoldering. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, so after that I went and got a fire extinguisher just to be on the safe side. Just in case you're in the deep bush and something like that happens again. But again, I just gotta get the bracket for it. Because the brackets that come with the fire extinguisher, yeah, they're not gonna, your extinguisher is not gonna stay on them very long, so you gotta get a little heavier duty one. I'm gonna get some LED lights for it because these headlights, they don't work worth a damn. I've only been out once in the night, and yeah, you can't see nothing. The halogen lights that are in there. So I gotta get a couple of LED lights for it. We don't ride very much at night, but just for when we do. What else? So I got my little mascot there, my moose there. Everybody says he looks pretty rough, but I just say he's got mange. I'm always looking for moose when we're out on a ride, so that was the joke that I got that and fastened them on. But love the beadlock wheels it comes with. The shocks, it does ride a little bit rough on the smaller stuff. I got them set to the soft setting. I've never adjusted the springs or nothing on them yet, but maybe could. But they are a little rough on the soft stuff. Still a lot smoother than my four-wheeler overall. Love the side-by-side on the long rides for sure. Works really well. Not as sore. Not, but yeah. So that's about the walk around on the different things we've done to it. So we did a comparison with the RMAX back in the month, or I guess 2 months ago now, and yeah, it's two totally different machines really, but I'm happy with this one. I've always been a Yamaha guy until I bought this, but no, I'm really happy with it. So yeah, so leave a comment there if you like the video. Like I say, we ride pretty much everything up here. Hard packed mud, water crossings, rocks, a little bit of everything. I know I have been impressed with put her in low and then 4x4 trail active. I don't see much of a difference in trail or trail active on the switches there. I guess you gotta be really picky on those two switches. I just use trail active basically, but I don't see much difference, so I just flip her in there. But you put her in low range and she'll crawl. Like, it's got lots of balls and you're climbing a steep hill or weaseling your way through rocks and stuff. Works really well. So one thing I do have to say, we CanAm put their cup holders down there in the bottom like that. I think that's one of the stupidest spots you could have put a cup holder, because next thing you know you got water coming in and your water bottle or whatever you got there is covered in mud and water. But oh well, what do you do? There's no center console in these ones. That's one thing I did like when I rode the RMAX. It did have a center console compared to these, but they're just a touch wider, so I guess that's why the cab is that is. But so anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you on another one there. Like I say, I got just shy of 1,600 kilometers on it now. So yeah, so hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Forgot to mention, guys, one other thing I did purchase when I bought the XXC right from the get-go was I swapped out the paper air filter that the stock one, like the CanAms, come with, for the Twin Air CanAm filter, the one that Twin Air makes for CanAm, I guess, the foam filter. So at least you can wash it out then. I've always been a foam filter guy, believed in them. At least you can oil them. Just I have my faith in those. So that's one other thing that I did get when we bought the machine. And there's a lot of people too, just thought of that at the end of the video, asked me how I keep the machine so clean. I'm gonna do a washing video sometime when I get around to it, but as far as like shining it and that, this is the stuff right here I use. Hopefully that shows up on there. Lucas Slick Mist Tire and Trim Shine. Works really well. I get it at my local automotive store here. It's 11 something for the bottle, and it goes a long way. It's not like some of that more expensive stuff you'll get at a motorcycle dealer, and you use a can every time you use it. It's like 20 bucks a can or something. This stuff works really well, shines it up nice. For the hard to reach spots, I just basically spray it on and just let it sit there, and it kind of drips off and still shines her up though. And then when you go to wash it, the mud just falls right off with the power washer. Comes off really well. So yeah, so you can see, like I say, 1,500 kilometers of riding, and she's still pretty shiny. So we go up pretty much every Saturday. So it hasn't been babied or nothing. But anyways, I just wanted to show you there the stuff I use, and again, thanks for watching.